Minecraft is a game that really allows for its players' creativity to shine, something that becomes incredibly apparent through some of the sophisticated and well-crafted maps that are available for Minecraft players to download. These maps can amplify your gameplay experience, taking the open world canvas that is Minecraft and using it to create whole other worlds, genres, and experiences within the title. Needless to say, a slew of horror-themed maps have popped up online, and some of them are so well made and so immersive that they've managed to turn Minecraft into a house of horrors. So today we are counting down our picks for the top 10 scary Minecraft maps. Get ready to get spooked, friends. And at 10, Chunk Defense. Chunk Defense is a horror map for those who really want a challenge and are channeling their inner survival horror. It uses a simple concept. You find yourself on a small plot of land surrounded by bedrock, and you must make the most of this space in order to survive and defend yourself against wave after wave of monsters. And by wave after wave, we mean 100 waves. This is you defending yourself against an onslaught. Luckily, it isn't all just hacking and slashing. In between waves, there is a shop that you can hit up to exchange the credits that you earn from killing monsters for items and mob drops, and over time you can really build up your base in order to fend off the creatures, who do grow in difficulty. It also comes with 9 different maps that offer their own unique environmental challenges, so if you're looking for a horror-themed Minecraft experience that's more focused on your abilities to obliterate swarms of monsters, or if you're looking for a bit of horror mixed with some serious catharsis, this one is definitely for you. And at number 9, The Cemetery. Not all horror maps require big immersive experiences to provide a solid scare. If you're looking for a smaller map to explore, or are short on time but don't want to sacrifice the scary, The Cemetery is perfect for you. Taking place in a small house within a forest, you wake up to find someone knocking on your door late at night. Filled with some stark visuals and scary surprises, it's only a 3 to 5 minute play, and it is the first horror map created by the user The Punisher. Definitely worth checking out. Moving on to number 8, Hello Neighbor. One of the most common occurrences when it comes to horror-themed maps or mods in Minecraft is that they take inspiration from other horror sources, from creepypastas to iconic slasher films and even other video games. Here we have a prime example of that, a map inspired by the game Hello Neighbor, titled as such. Similar to its namesake, it's a map that requires you to sneak into your neighbor's house and find out what is in his basement. It is a single-player map, and it doesn't leave you as defenseless as the original title. If you manage to find the knockable rod in the map, you can punch the neighbor with this item. And at 7, Five Nights at Freddy's. A fully functional remake of a classic horror video game, Five Nights at Freddy's, this map is scary as hell. It's a highly rated map, and it's pretty spot on in comparison to the original. If you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan or have never played it but are curious as to what it's all about, this map is definitely something you need to dabble in.
Come on, man, get out of here. Get out of here. East Hall corner. See, he's there. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Get out of my life.
You don't need to move around like the original game itself, just flip the door and light switches and check out the cameras in the building. It's filled with some horrific jump scares, just like its namesake. The one downside is that some people have reported the map causes their game to crash, and that there can be a severe lag, so test it out at your own risk, friends. And at 6, The 5 Stages. 5 Stages is based on the 5 stages of grief, specifically the Kubler-Ross model, using it as a thematic thread throughout a story in which you have to try to escape an asylum. It has some Outlast vibes, with your avatar attempting to survive encounters with insane prisoners, various victims, and even an apparition, all while dealing with manic denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and, inevitably, acceptance, or at least so its description says. If you want to get a little existential and explore a depraved asylum setting filled with some gruesome imagery and moments, The 5 Stages is a map that will scare the pants off of you. Up next at 5, Grief. The story of Grief is a bleak and tragic one. You play as a man named Frederick Mannings, a father of an only child named Jessica. Jessica has gone missing after a series of strange occurrences that the public have called The Event. Officials from a nearby asylum have assured the public and nearby residents that nothing odd is at works. But, as you can probably guess, that definitely is not the case. It is a map that takes roughly 20 to 30 minutes to play, is single player, and is chock full of scares, featuring a ton of great effects and eerie audio.
It opened. Hello.
There's seriously some horrific moments in this one, and don't expect it to be easy either. Many people have gotten stuck on its puzzles. And fun fact, it's also the spiritual successor to our previous number, The 5 Stages. Moving on to 4, PT Silent Hills. PT, aka Playable Teaser, was a teaser for a first-person psychological horror game set to be the next installment in the Silent Hills franchise, developed by Kojima Productions and directed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with film director Guillermo del Toro. Released on the PlayStation Store in 2014, the title, despite its brevity, caught on quick, arguably becoming one of the most critically acclaimed horror games of all time. You're placed in a suburban home, walking down a hallway hallway that was on loop, all while solving puzzles and encountering supernatural horrors. The game was cancelled and taken down from the PlayStation Store, causing outrage amongst fans. Some people have even gone as far as buying PlayStation consoles that still have PT installed on them just to experience the title. Now for those of you who don't have that luxury, fear not. Gamers and indie developers have attempted to recreate PT with fan-made games, which brings us to the map at our number. It's basically a Minecraft version of PT, with the mod recreating the game in its entirety, with over 3,000 command blocks within the game. Now for obvious reasons, it is a single player only map. Up next at 3, Survival Horror Map. The Survival Horror Map is exactly what it sounds like. You're plopped into a map that feels like it was ripped right out of a survival horror title, except it's Minecraft. And it's creepy AF. You must kill waves of monsters that are bent not only on killing you, but on destroying your house. You need to survive all 25 waves of the creatures without breaking any blocks, all while staying alive inside of the haunted house. The map begins with you wandering through a dark forest looking for shelter until you stumble upon a haunted mansion. Once inside in the bedroom, you'll find weapons to help you defend yourself. Ghosts will begin to appear as soon as you've entered, and lights will go on and off inside the mansion, leaving you engulfed in darkness. Meaning, yes, you need to fix a generator in order to get them up and running. Nothing like a generator mission to get you into the survival horror spirit. Resources are in short supply too, so use them wisely. Otherwise, you will surely end up dead. And at number 2, Levi's Nightmare Horror Map. While the name of this map might not be the most original, that definitely is not the case for the rest of it. Levi's Nightmare is defined as a unique horror style map with a compelling story that drives your experience. Now according to its description, I quote, "You wake up amongst a pile of rubble with no knowledge of your identity. Written on a name tag on your dirty jacket is Levi Insects. You are immediately repulsed by a vulgar aroma that surrounds the area. It turns your stomach. As you gaze over the land, you see that it is inexplicably pockmarked with blackened spots. Overcome by a sense of fear and anxiety, you head out to find answers." Now it even has a hardcore mode that raises the stakes exponentially. Zombies can break down the wooden doors, and if you die, the map will be deleted altogether. It's always night as well, meaning zombies will constantly spawn, and traveling from place to place becomes significantly harder. Your supplies are reduced, and it's suggested that you should play it after you've already played the main story. And finally, in at number 1, The Orphanage. There's a whole lot of backstory behind the Orphanage map, arguably one of the most horrifying maps that you will find available to download for Minecraft. It goes like this. You are coming back from a long journey, heading back to your hometown. You've been driving for a very long time, 7 hours, and you're getting sleepy. The radio is on, but it blurs out. You're struggling to pay attention to what is around you. Then all of a sudden your car runs out of gas in the middle of nowhere. What do? You get out of your car and start walking, hoping to find someone or something to aid you. That's when you come across the orphanage, the only shelter in the vicinity. As you enter it, you're entering into a whole nightmarish narrative, filled with puzzles and horrors that will hunt you. Will you survive? Well, you'll never know unless you try, but be warned, it is not for the faint of heart. Alright, there we have it friends. Do you have maps in Minecraft that you find really terrifying? Let us know in those comments below, and hey, maybe we'll include them in a part 2. If you guys dug this video, spread that love, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for more lists just like this one. In the meantime, thanks for watching friends. I'll catch you all in the next video.